right. Good morning. I did an order with my art supplier, a big order, and one of, I think 3 maybe, packages came in. Grab some tea or coffee or some drawing, and let's unpack and chat a little bit about what and why. So I go to my local art supply store, but every now and then when I need very specific things they don't have there, I order with Gerstaecker, which is a German business, which is, they have some stores actually here in the Netherlands. So yeah, some tape. I have, I think, the yellow variety of this. I like trying out different kinds of tape to see what works, and it's tape, right? You gotta change it up sometimes. This is something I'm very happy to try. This is SpectraFix. It is quite an expensive fixative, but there are some people on the internet and on YouTube who are much better artists than I am, who use this stuff and recommend it. I have 2 life-size drawings going on right now that I will show you, part of that show you in my vlog, and I want to fixate that well because it's possible they will be in an exhibition and I need to transport them and whatnot, and I don't intend to frame them because, well, you know, they're life-size. So I don't know why there are cows on here. That's like the most Dutch thing. Maybe the cows are in like a pride flag. This packaging confuses me, but still, it's a cow. Alright, they put stuff in little boxes that they have left over, which I appreciate, right? But it's not schminke. Alright, this is something that I've been looking forward to using. I saw this brand of oil paint for the first time on Instagram. This is a French guy who makes paint, and I've been on a bit of a journey to sort of find out what paints are being made in Europe, more like specialty paints. Not, I know the big brands, and we have a lot of good big brands, but there are some people who make paint on perhaps a smaller scale and with some unique characteristics that I'm interested in. I ordered a while back from the United States, from Rublev, which was a very interesting experience, but the United States is very far away, and, you know, from an environmental point of view, I feel like we should probably try to buy stuff more local. Now, this is French, which is maybe not local, but the distance from the Netherlands to France is still smaller than probably between 2 American states. So it's local enough for me. He's on Instagram. I will link that here. And I like people who tell stories about paint. It's not expensive paint at all. It's also not super cheap, so I ordered 1 tube, which is the French raw Sienna. It says here it's ground in linseed and walnut oil. So that's actually interesting because so far natural earth pigments, I have only seen them being ground in linseed oil and not linseed and walnut. I know there's M. Graham who does everything in walnut, I think, but this is interesting to see what it does. So we're gonna try that out probably in a live stream or in a different video. Titanium white, because we need titanium white. What are you gonna do without titanium white? I do have another order of paint, and that is actually for real local, which is a paint brand from Haarlem, which is a town in the Netherlands. And they are one of the few brands that I managed to find who make Lithopone white, which is a white that I like very, very much. Much more even than titanium white. And they also have a lot of other pigments. It's a full range. I have that order coming. I will do a different video on that. But for now, titanium white. Old Holland titanium white truly is a very nice white with a very, I feel like it's a very balanced consistency, right? Everything else in here is the most random of random things, alright? Like I said, grab something to chill out, because this is very random. I'm just gonna nerd about art supplies, because my son judges me, and my friends actually have jobs, so it's just you and me today. Alright, I ruined my varnish brush because my brain decided to forget about it. And now it's hard as a rock. So, varnish brush. Oh, it's so soft. It's actually not. What are you gonna say about a varnish brush? Don't make too much of an issue out of varnish brushes. Ooh, this I'm excited about. Alright, so I was talking about my giant graphite drawing, my life-size drawing, and I needed something to, you know, you can't be drawing all the time. So I started scraping sanding my I have these blocks of graphite. They're here, I will show you in a bit. I started sanding them and using the powder to etc, etc. So then I figured I might as well just order this stuff pre-made. 150 grams. This was quite affordable, I think like 12 or 13 euros. I got some clay here so we can make more hues and more sad people, which I need in my life. Alright, so this is, I haven't bought acrylics in a long time. When years ago I bought a lot. I bought Golden and a couple other brands trying some stuff out. And then I switched a lot of other stuff in oil paint and I stopped ordering. Like, I still haven't finished most of my acrylics, but Allah. I wanted to try this because Liquitex says they have a paint, this paint, their paint, that doesn't change value when it dries. Now, the one thing that bothers me about acrylic is that difference between wet and dry. So I bought a primary-ish palette, primary red, phthalo blue, and cadmium yellow deep hue, which basically is fake cadmium, and white. So I bought the fluid one because I don't actually own any fluid acrylics, so yay, new stuff. More Schminke boxes. That makes me excited because Schminke is a really great brand, but it's also expensive. But there's still no Schminke in here. I'm just getting the boxes, not the stuff. Oh, I forgot. Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. Sorry. I order stuff and then go like, oh, did I order that? exciting. I bought the Lithopone white from, I don't know how to pronounce this, by the way. I want to talk about this name. In Dutch, it is schaal. Schaal means a dish, like a serving dish, right? But this man is French, and I don't really speak a lot of French, but I was not aware they use the SCH combo in French. So I don't know how to pronounce this other than Schaal. Like something fancy. I'm actually wondering if this is just like a Dutch or a German name. Anyways. Lithopone white is like literally the love of my life. And when people say I can't paint without lead white, that's my thing with Lithopone. Like I truly believe that Lithopone fixes my lack of technique, right? Lithopone, love it. So I want to try different Lithopones. It's just whenever I see it, I gotta order it, because not every, like a lot of brands don't have this this pigment. It's PW5, by the way. And again, it's in linseed and walnut oil. So I think this guy just maybe does everything in linseed and walnut oil. Alright, I got these clamps because I hung my paintings, my drawings from like a hanging system I have in my living room. And like every morning, I thanked the universe that they were still hanging, because the clamps were not exactly big. So I ordered these so I can maybe also hang canvas, which is a little bit heavier. I got these. Hold on, I'm gonna make some noise. These are rubber brushes, if you can call them brushes. I bought them because I saw people on the internet do cool things with them, and I want to be cool on the internet too. So I put my faith in these. They're rubber. These are just plates. Let me show you. It's not very interesting. I work on panel, on aluminium composite panel, and sometimes for smaller panels it's just really convenient to stick one of these on the back. More Schminke pastel boxes. Schminke pastels, soft pastels are just oof. They're so good. So expensive. Alright, so I was on a graphite kick, and then I just decided to order graphite things. So that makes a lot of noise. ArtGraf is a cool brand. My friend gave me one of their tins of water-soluble graphite, which is kind of cool. And they have these sticks, and because I was working with the Derwent sticks, blocks, they're actually blocks, I thought, yeah, sure, why not buy a couple more. These are also water soluble, and I think I bought, oh no, for some reason I bought 2 of the same hardness, which is probably my bad. And these I also bought, also sticks but thinner, and these are, oh, these are Derwent. This is a hard one and a soft one, so lots of blocks. But here is the queen of all blocks, which is the Derwent XL blocks. These things are cool. Like, they have them, I mean, some of Derwent's products, like their pencils, I don't really like. They're affordable, but not all of it works for me. But the blocks are really, really cool. So they have these blocks, and they come in charcoal. You have charcoal blocks, and you have graphite blocks, and you also, I think, have Inktense blocks, which is their ink pencil that dries water soluble. no, waterproof, right? Why do packages always have to fight me? Like, stop fighting me. I paid for you. Here we go. So, I had one of these, and I haven't used it for years, and then I started using it, and I was like, okay, this is actually really cool. But I had this one, the number 5, soft, and it is very, very soft, like really soft. So I thought it would be cool to have a couple of harder ones as well. So this is a 1 through 6, and this is hard through, oh, it says Onyx. I know that Derwent at some point had a pencil called Onyx, which is apparently very black, black, black. I didn't really like that one, so I'm kind of hoping this number 5 is the same as the number 5 that I have. It's funny, right? You can see it goes from lighter to dark, which is cool. You can also rub them on your hands and just... I like these. I think we're gonna have some fun with this. Alright, the last one for this box. Let me just get it out of the plastic and then talk. Yeah. This looks very unsatisfying on camera. You could probably see my face in the reflection like that. This is a new wave palette, and this is something that I should have invested in a long time ago. This is a gray palette, and I think I talk a lot on the live streams about my general difficulty in judging value. And one of the things that helps is having a gray palette. And my stubborn ass just consistently does all the mixing on a white disposable palette thingies, you know, that you can pull off and throw away. I had a gray palette for a while, but I had a gray MDF plate, and I put a glass plate on top of it, and that was okay for a while, but glass is just hyper reflective. Like, this is pretty reflective, but if you hold it in a certain way, you can actually avoid those reflections. So that glass plate didn't really cut it as well, and also I couldn't move it around or hold it and whatever. So I think this, maybe also in the live streams, could be, it's quite reflective, which is unfortunate, but maybe I can sand it a little bit. I'm happy with this because, not necessarily because I feel like there was some vital part missing, but because I have a tendency to not buy things that I know that I need. Because for some reason, when I'm in a mood, I still sort of sabotage myself. I don't know what that is. I had the same thing when finally buying an easel, which was like 2 months ago. And it made such a difference. Like, how can you paint a whole exhibition worth of paintings and not own an easel? That is just straight up stupid. And it's just this hurdle in my, like a mental hurdle, which is characteristic of my wonderful personality. But now I have an easel and a 50% gray palette. So in short, we're going to talk about this a little bit in the live streams because I think it's interesting, but in short, it's easy because it's 50% gray, so it's smack dab in the middle of your value scale. If you mix something on here and you go like, that's lighter than your palette, you know that it's on that side of the value scale, and if it's darker, it's on that side. My issue with mixing, and everybody's issue with mixing on white palettes, is that everything looks very dark, because you're mixing it on a white background, right? So it was an expensive piece of acrylic, but I feel like it's worth it. That was it. I have more coming, some stuff on rolls, which may not be, they're gonna be so big that probably won't film that. I have some oil paint paper on a roll, so that's kind of cool. And some handmade bamboo paper, which I like a lot. So nice paper. I hope you enjoyed my little unboxing. So if you have any questions about the stuff that I purchased or other art materials, or you want to tell me what you purchased or what you want to purchase, because sometimes I want to purchase things and I know I don't need it, so I don't. But you know, some people buy shoes, other people buy French handmade tubes of paint, which I'm gonna have so much fun with. Seriously though, but if you want to drop something in the comments and nerd out with me over art supplies, please do, because it's literally my favorite topic. You can join me in the live streams every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central European time, which is Amsterdam time. So you got to convert that to your own time zone. And you can find me on social media. And I will see you wherever I see you. Thank you for watching. And until next time, bye-bye.